So I showed you two ways that you can ship out your products using your physical e-commerce store on Pretty Dashboard, but today I'm going to show you how you can automate the process using the platform Zapier. So if you don't know what Zapier is, it's essentially a middleman between two sites. So for example, when someone purchases a physical product through your Pretty Dashboard website, you have the two ways of putting that shipping information into your shipping provider. You can do it manually, or you can upload the .csv file that you can export from your orders in your Pretty Dash store and upload them to a service such as Shippo or ShipStation or something else. We use Shippo just because it's free, and you get discounts on the UPS and USPS shipping options that you choose through Shippo. But Zapier is taking it in a more automated way. So it's going to take your order that someone places on Pretty Dashboard and it's going to filter it through Zapier and then connect it to Shippo automatically. So it's going to send that information through Zapier to Shippo. And the way we do that is through what is called a webhook. Now, a webhook is just a way for us to send the information from Pretty Dashboard to Zapier. It kind of hooks into Zapier and Zapier hooks it, essentially. We don't need to go into details. This is more, advanced situations, but it's really easy to use, and I'll go through the whole process right now. So in your Pretty Dashboard, in your website settings, there's going to be a thing that says applications. Now this is where you can connect to outside services such as MailChimp or Facebook Pixel or whatever, but we have built-in email marketing, so you don't necessarily need to do this unless you're just used to MailChimp or whatever other service you use and you want to keep using it. There's also what is called webhooks in here. So you can connect a webhook to Zapier. So when we create the webhook in Zapier for it to grab on to things that get sent from Pretty Dashboard, Zapier is going to give us a URL. And this is the URL that we will place here. This is the destination URL. This is saying the orders that get placed on Pretty Dashboard get sent to this URL. It gets processed by Zapier and then gets sent into Shippo automatically. So when you go into your Shippo account, you will see the order in there already and you can go ahead and ship out to them. So in this case, we're going to be choosing the event that's going to happen on Pretty Dashboard is a new order. So when someone places a new order on our Pretty Dashboard website, this information is going to get sent to Zapier. So before we set this part up, we need the URL. So let's go ahead and head over to Zapier and we'll set up the first part of this, which is going to be setting up the URL and all the information that needs to be grabbed from Pretty Dashboard. I know this might sound confusing, but you'll get it in just a sec. So let's head over to Zapier right now. So Zapier is a free service to use. They have more premium plans, but in your free service, you get 1,000 tasks. And a task is just like I said, when the information gets sent from Pretty Dashboard to Zapier and then it's sent to Shippo, that is considered one task. So you can get away with a lot of tasks, especially if you don't have that huge of a business and you're not doing 1,000 orders a month. You could get away with using the free version of Zapier. I think their next plan is around $20 a month, and that gets you a lot more tasks. So it just depends on the size of your business, which you want to use, but you can totally get away with it for free. So we're going to create a new Zap, and that is just going to be when an order is placed on Pretty Dashboard, it's going to get sent to Shippo. So the app that we want to connect from is going to be a webhook. So we're going to type in webhook in here, and we're going to choose webhooks by Zapier. And then the app we want to connect it with is Shippo. So we're going to enter in Shippo and choose that one. So now we're going to choose the trigger and the action. It's similar to the automations that we have on Pretty Dashboard. So when this happens, which is catch hook from Pretty Dashboard, then it's going to create an order in Shippo. So let's go ahead and populate that and fill out all the information we need in here. So the first one is the trigger. So when the order is created in Pretty Dashboard, it's going to send the information to this webhook, and then it's going to send it and create an order in Shippo. So we're using webhooks by Zapier. The event is catching the hook, so let's continue. We don't need to worry about this. This is more advanced stuff. It doesn't really matter for this situation, so we will continue. So this is that URL that I was talking about. We need to grab this and put it into our Pretty Dash website. This is where our information is going to go. So let's copy that URL. We'll head back in here to our applications and our settings, and we will click Connect Webhook. So we'll add this destination URL, and we will choose the event of new order, and we'll save it. So now that part is all set up. So we'll head back over here, and we want to make sure that this is working. So we're actually going to process an order so we can make sure that this is working. So we're in our store now. So we're gonna just do a test order just for a free product. I made this test product on sale for $0, so that way we could test this out and make sure that it's working in Zapier. So we're just gonna go through and check out real quick. And my information's already all in there. So this information is gonna get sent to Zapier now, and that's what Zapier is wanting to test. So we'll complete that order, the order's done, and now let's test this and make sure that everything is talking to each other. Great, so it found the request, we're good to go. It has all the information that we want, which is good. So we'll continue and we will move on to the action. So now we're gonna just choose our Shippo account. I've already connected it. Now, when you go to choose yours and you start connecting this, Shippo is a thing's gonna pop up to connect to Shippo, and it's gonna ask for your credit card. Don't worry, this is not charging you a monthly account. Like I said, Shippo is completely free to use. The only thing they're asking the credit card for is for in the future, when you purchase labels, you can just automatically purchase them with a click of a button instead of having to enter your credit card information. So they just need a credit card on file to know that you're going to be purchasing the labels. And like I said, the labels are discounted through Shippo, so you definitely want to use that account. So we'll go ahead and continue. And now this looks confusing, but it's really, really simple. You just kind of want to connect the two. So you want this information to grab from Pretty Dashboard and bring it to Shippo. So you need to kind of connect the events. So you'll understand once I start doing what's happening here. So we just want to put in this information that it's going to grab. Order number is going to be ID. Order status, we'll click paid, because if they've paid for it, that's the only way they can order anything on Pretty Dash. So the recipient name, obviously we want to put the customer name, and you'll see this one with my name because we just did that test. So it's grabbing this one, but in general, it's just going to grab their name. It's not going to just grab mine every time, so don't worry about that. These ones aren't required as much, so we'll just put recipient email just for good measure. Customer email. Phone number doesn't matter. Street does matter because you are shipping it to them, but you don't put the billing, put the shipping street that they put in. So the shipping address is this one, and then if they have an apartment or whatever, you would put that shipping address to there. The shipping city, we'll choose that one. So shipping city, recipient state. It's not required, but we're going to do it anyway. The zip code. Do you kind of understand what's happening now? You're just kind of like, you need this to connect. So in the future, it'll just grab this and populate those things where it needs to go. So you're kind of just linking everything together right now. All right, now that we've gotten all the form parts filled out, let's go ahead and continue and test this to make sure that it is working. So it says, after we tested it, it said an order was sent to Shippo. So now that we're in Shippo, you can see right here that this order did go through. So it pushed everything to Shippo. So let's go ahead and view the order to make sure everything got filled out right. So you can go ahead and edit this stuff if you want to, put in your dimensions of your boxes and everything, however you want to do. And all you have to do is save it and then click buy now. So now all you have to do is that, and your shipping label is purchased, and your customer will be notified that they got their item shipped, or you can alternatively let them know yourself. So this is just a easier way for you to be able to have your orders kind of automatically populate in Shippo. But like I said, there's the two other ways where you can just manually enter it, or you can upload a .csv file that you can export from your Pretty Dashboard website. So if you want to see that video, I'll put that video in the description below that you can watch. So I hope this helped you today. It can feel confusing, but once you do it a few times, you'll understand. If you do need any additional help, do not hesitate to reach out by commenting below or hit us up at hello@prettydash.co. Bye.